Running your own business is really tricky. And if you also run your own children's wellbeing business or children's practitioner business or just a wellbeing business in general, then you'll know that there's lots and lots of different tasks and different elements you need to do. It's all very well like teaching your classes and loving those, but there's actually an awful lot of other things that go on behind the scenes before you can even get to the stage when you're teaching. And this is something that I really struggled with for quite some time, especially as there's lots of different tasks that are all important, then all demand your time, and it can be just a full-time job. And if you're not careful, time just runs away with you. And something that I find really tricky as a neurodivergent person is switching between tasks is very, very draining for me. I think it's probably draining for most people, but doing one task and then switching and doing another task, very, very energetically draining. And something that I found really useful for me that I wanted to share with you today is time blocking. So you may have already have heard of it, but time blocking or task blocking is when you block an amount of time to do a specific task. And so I find it really, really useful as it helps me to conserve my energy. And so, and also use my energy for the best way, to help me be more productive and help me to, just make the best use of my time. And so how this looks for me is I will group together tasks that have similar needs or similar energy output, or even similar functional. I'm not explaining that very well. They're similar jobs. So, for example, checking my email may be a job in itself. So I may prioritize some time that's going to be my email checking time. Sometimes I get into a really bad habit and leave my email open, and then I'm at the beck and call of any email that comes into my box, and I'm suddenly distracted and like, oh, do I need to do that? And that's not great when I get into those habits. But when I'm at my most productive, I do not keep my email open all the time. I just open it at set times, and I have specific times in the day or specific times within the week that are my email times. And even within that, I might have times where I read the emails but don't necessarily respond to them. So it could be that I know I need to come back to them, and I will flag or pin those because I need to come back to them. And the reason I might do that is that I might actually need to check on something. So sometimes if I open an email and it asks about some dates, I know I need to refer to my calendar, or I know I need to check up on something else or follow something else. Then what can happen is I get taken from like this one job, checking my email, into looking into my calendar, which then links into another job and then into another job. And before you know it, I'm doing something completely random that I wasn't intending on doing. You may not have a brain that does that, but that's what my brain does. And so what I will do is just I'm just going to read my emails, and I will flag and pin those that need responding to. And then I'll have another time, and I might have a set amount of time for responding. And then in that time, I'll respond to emails. And then another thing that I might group together is I might group together my preparation time. So prepping a bag, that might be something that I would do. It's something that requires me to go through my drawers and to go through my cards and to select out things that I need, and a kind of gathering phase. That might be a task that I put together. Another task that I might put together is if I need to print things. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with my printer. Have you seen that video where there's a cat and a printer, and the printer's like refusing to print, and the cat's just like hitting the printer? Well, that's me. I seem to just, it doesn't come easily to me to just print a thing. And so what I'll tend to do is have a set time that I print things, and I will print things all together. I mean, you may not need to group things together to quite this degree. This is just something that I like to do. I find that it really, really supports me in time if I group together similar things and plan to do those things together, because it saves the amount of brain space that's needed from switching between tasks. So yeah, that's my tip. Group some similar things together.